Hi there, it's Darlene. I'm sorry that I've been away. I just haven't been feeling so well, and so I got behind on my videos. And I've got so much to say. I'm 2 videos behind, and then something just came in yesterday that I've got to report on right away because I know that you'll be very interested. So, as usual, sorry, you won't find any sales or promotions of any kind on these videos. I'm not here to sell anything. However, if you can at all possibly help support this effort, why don't you buy me a cup of coffee? There's a donation link at the top in the description and pinned at the top of the comments section. I sure would appreciate it. I spent January's coffee money on doing corporate searches, and those were useful. And I also spent the same amount of my own money as well. So thank you so very much for those who have supported me. I really do appreciate it. And frankly, you're supporting everybody here. So thank you. Also, if you could like and subscribe to this channel, that will really help push it up in the algorithm so that more people that are researching this can get their eyes on it and just not just be led astray by Jono Armstrong. So I need to ask you some things. First of all, some have mentioned that they would really like to get a support group going. From Infinity would like to get a support group going so that you guys can put your heads together and share thoughts and ideas about how to move forward from this and use some collective brain power. This is precisely what Jono Armstrong doesn't want when he put you guys all in these little silos and refused to give you a group chat. I'm willing to facilitate that. So you just need to get a hold of me through Telegram. You have my link. It's in the bottom of the description. You can get a hold of me, and I'm going to ask you some questions and give you a DNA test and okay, not the DNA test, but I am going to have to ask you some searching questions because the last thing we want is one of Jono's flunkies or himself getting into the group and viewing everything, what everybody is saying. So this is going to be a very close support group. Also, I know that some of you have been put with Next Step funded rather than Real Funding Program, with the Real Funding Program. Anybody that has been, I'd like to especially hear from, because that's of interest. That's a prop firm of interest now. So let me tell you about what this video is all about, and then we can watch it and go through it and take it apart. Basically, what happened is Jono made this video for all of the people in Infinity that said, for those of you with real funding, with the Real Funding Program, should basically all be trying to get your money. Will be all that those of you who are with Real Funding Program, there's an issue because they are ending up being a dodgy prop firm of some sort. And he recommends everybody gets out, gets a refund, and then gets moved into his next prop firm that's supposed to be, 100% good. Yeah. So that's basically what it's about. Let's hear what he has to say about it.
Hey there, it's Jono Armstrong here. Now, you are watching this video because you are currently with Real Funding Program. Now, Real Funding Program has recently made changes to their terms and conditions that we don't agree to. Specifically, this refundable registration fee, which on their website says that it is refundable. Okay, they are not issuing evaluation fee refunds. Okay, that's one of the things. And the other thing that is unclear is the payout percentage. Now, these changes that they've recently made to their terms and conditions are not under our control, and we feel that they are not in the best interests of our members. So we would like to offer you an alternative suggestion. Okay, number one, you could stick with RFP, which I'm personally not recommending that you do for those two reasons, that they're not going to be issuing their evaluation fee refunds, and also the payout percentages, which is supposed to be 90%, it's unclear.
So what do you mean it's unclear, the percentage, the payout percentage, the 90%? I mean, if this was a real prop firm, why wouldn't you just go to them and ask? They would have to tell you. Why would it be unclear? Jono, your message is very unclear. So here it is, right from the Real Funding Program website that he was pointing to just a few minutes ago. And it says profit splitting. When you get funded and start making profit, the profit split is on an 80-20 percentage, with the trader, you, keeping 80% of withdrawn profits. How is that unclear? It shows 80-20 right there. Nowhere, and I've looked, nowhere does it show 90-10. So what's this? And why did he promise 90% at the get-go? Like, what? Something's fishy.
With them, but I'm not personally recommending that. Number two, okay, I can help you, or we can help you to get your evaluation fee refunded immediately, okay?
Excuse me? No way. No. So the prop firm won't pay the evaluation fee when it's supposed to, once you've hit your first profit target, like a month after your evaluations are all done and you've got a live account. They won't pay it then, but they will pay it now. Get real. No real prop firm, no non-imaginary prop firm will ever give you your money back like that. In fact, let's look at these guys' terms and conditions. So notice these terms and conditions. Real Funding Program, down where the yellow is. Since services are being rendered instantaneously upon purchase, there are no refunds. All transactions made are final. If you are purchasing an assessment plan through RFP Trading LLC, please note that you are doing so in acknowledgement that you will not be refunded. Okay, so there's no way at this point that they would refund anybody. That is standard operating procedure for any prop firm. Once you start on your challenge, it is non-refundable, except until you've gone that 1 month after passing, and then you get your refund along with your first payout. But, they don't just refund. Like Jono says, oh, they weren't going to give you your money back, but they will now, when no prop firm would ever do that, and it's right against their terms of service. This is actually right out of their terms of service. And by the way, what Jono was talking about earlier, not part of their terms of service. It says the registration fees are paid for allowing you to access the Real Funding Program platform, models, and services. The customer is not entitled to a refund of the registration fees if the service has been started, i.e. started trading on our platform, and or the customer did not successfully complete the evaluation. No refund applies to all two models, assessment and evaluation that Real Funding Program offers. So they would not be giving the money back now, ever. Not unless Jono has some kind of pull there, right?
So that you can go and change to a major and reputable prop firm, which is going to refund your registration fee later, and is very clear about having their 90% profit split. Okay. Now, I realize that this is a huge inconvenience and a delay to many of you guys who have already passed phase 2 and you are already funded. Okay. And although this is out of our control, I can only apologize on behalf of Real Funding Program and offer to lower your subscription fee from $1,500, which you are currently on at the moment, down to $500, okay? As a token of my apologies for this huge inconvenience.
Really? Well, check this out. I'm sure we all remember this. So here's what he's been offering for the last couple of weeks. Is this plan, or at least a week and a half, right? No, I think 2 weeks. Is this plan here? If you pay, you can only get the 200K one. You're going to pay this much plus $500 a month, or $497 a month. Like, what? So basically, everybody who got in early and signed up for the $1,500 a month deal, we're all basically getting screwed until now? Really?
If you would like to go ahead with our recommendation, then if you look down below this video.
So, again, his recommendation. So our recommendation, you're not getting to choose. I mean, he's saying that he's going to put you with a reputable prop firm, but wouldn't you think that, he would have done that first of all, like with RFP? I mean, really? So now he's going to reroute you to another prop firm, a reputable one. Well, I remember from like ages ago when he and I were first bickering about this, and he came onto my channel. And that is one point that I made to him. And I said, no reputable prop firm would ever allow him, sorry about that, would allow anybody to A-list his clients and just get him to pass. That just doesn't happen.
First of all, you're going to see a Google form down here which you can fill in with your full name. Okay, if you would like to claim your refund from Real Funding Program, okay, to get your evaluation fee refunded, you need to select yes. And if you do that, it means that you will no longer be assigned to Real Funding Program.
You will no longer be assigned to Real Funding Program? Pardon? I mean, right at the beginning, weren't we shown that there was an entire list of prop firms and you're supposed to choose one? And we all know that they were just assigned, and most of them to Real Funding Program. And now they're going to assign you to another. What happened to having a choice? What are we all supposed to just forget about that?
And more reputable prop firm. So you need to fill in that, and then also tell us the email address that you used when you purchased the evaluation from Real Funding Program. You need to put in the email address that you use there, so we can help to get this expedited and get you refunded from Real Funding Program, so that you can then go and set up an evaluation program with a different prop firm that is more reputable. Okay, that's number one. Fill in this form. Number two is to lower your to lower your subscription fee down from $1,500 a month, to reduce it down to $500 a month. All you need to do is just go and click down here. Okay, it's going to take you through to Warrior Plus. Now this is going to cost you $1 to do this. I had to put in a certain amount in here to enable this to happen. So it's only going to cost you $1 right now. And then after 60 days from the day that you do this, it's going to reduce this down to $497 every 30 days, so every month after that. Okay, now by doing this and by completing this, it will automatically cancel whatever subscription you are on at the moment, which is your $1,500 subscription, or if you are on the 100K package, it will reduce that down from $997 to $500. It will basically cancel your old subscription and it will put you onto this new subscription. Okay, once you've done that, it will take you back to the members area, and you can go into your library and you can start going to set up with a brand new, more reputable prop firm. So you just need to do those two things. If you do want to continue with Real Funding Program, it's not something that I recommend. So have a long, hard think about that. If you want to claim your refund from your evaluation, I recommend that you do that right now, because like I said, in their new terms and conditions, they're not refunding anybody for their evaluation, which is contradictory to what they're saying on their website right here, which is why I'm suggesting or recommending that you go down below this video, fill in this Google form, and then as a token of our apologies, we will be lowering your subscription. All you need to do is click on this button, pay that $1, and it will cancel your old subscriptions and put you into this new $500 per month subscription, which starts after 60 days, by which time you'll be set up with your new prop firm and all will be well again. So I really do apologize on behalf of Real Funding Program for them changing their terms suddenly and messing everybody about. So hopefully you'll go ahead and do this right now.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. Here, oh my God. So he's going to lower the monthly subscription fees to $500. Well, he already did that. So is he just screwing over the first ones in the door? So notice that he, as a token of our apologies, My goodness. And that's why he's taking this down to $500 as a token of our apologies. Why would he be giving out this lavish gift? It's not his fault, right? Right. And notice he apologizes twice on behalf of Real Funding Program. You don't apologize twice on behalf of someone unless you represent them. Why would he do that if it's not his and it's not linked to him? How can he apologize on their behalf? So, you gotta wonder, what prop firm is he going to be routing everybody into? Well, let's play a little game of pin the tail on the prop firm. Here is the so-called list of prop firms they had from the get-go. First Class Forex Funds is a real prop firm that's quickly going downhill. There's no way he has any pull with those guys. I also decided against Glownote and Traders with Edge because their website startup dates were too long ago in the past. That left us with Next Step Funded and Real Funding Program. Now, a couple people did say that they got Next Step Funded, and then the reports started pouring in from Real Funding Program people. So I kind of back shelved that one, but that was the next one on my list. Now, Real Funding Program is the one that's incorporated in Delaware and may or may not be in Nigeria, although that's looking a lot more solid now, but who cares? They're out of the picture. The other one is Next Step Funded. And remember, Jono used to say that, yeah, he had a couple of prop firms. Now, I assume that now that anytime that man's lips are moving, that he's lying. So I just kind of dismissed it and thought, okay, well, he's bought this one little prop firm. That had to be a bit much. Wow. So now he's got another that he's going to shunt people to. Hello, Next Step Funded. Hey, anybody that's listening to this, if you got put through Next Step Funded, could you please let me know? I would really, really like to know about that. And then I can start doing some major investigative work on them, although I'm going to be starting that anyway, as you can believe it. So this was the firm that had their head office at this little house here in a suburb of Sydney, Australia. Yeah, this is your prop firm. Now, I just want to show you this real quick, just in case things change very soon. This is Trustpilot on Next Step Funded, and all it's got is 3 reviews, and they're both all 1-star reviews, saying these guys are hopeless, and they're a scam, and everything. In the Discord I asked where their headquarters is located. They tell me, they time me out for 30 minutes. Yeah, so they give them a 30-minute timeout. And they say that they are remote and have no headquarters. Very sketchy. Stay away. Stick to FTMO, E8, MFF. And I'll bet you Jono's certainly not going to give you the choice of FTMO or MFF. No way. In my mini-series of Part 9, then 9.1, then 9.2, we went down this rabbit hole of finding Real Funding Plus. But we also learned that prop firms are not well regulated. Here it mentions the bottom line is that a proprietary trading firm trading from its own account only needs to establish a membership with one of the securities exchanges and use a registered broker-dealer to execute its trades in order to avoid regulation under the Securities Exchange Act. Great. So they have to have a broker. So I contacted their broker, 8cap, and I told them about what their shenanigans were. And 8cap gave me this kind of, I thought it was a bit of a, go away letter. Yeah, we hear you, bug off. And it's like, okay, whatever. But no, it was the very next day that Real Funding Plus was then shuffling all of its members over to IC Markets, which is not a licensed. They are not a licensed brokerage. I even contacted IC Markets, and they said that they have never heard of Real Funding Program, and that they are certainly not associated with them. So now Real Funding Program is in quite the disarray. It is all kinds of things. The Discord is exploding with people not getting paid, people, getting stalled in their challenges, not even knowing how many days they've got, losing trading days. You name it, they're going through it. And, that's exactly what prop firms will pull, you know. So I looked up Next Step Funded, and guess who their broker is? 8cap. Yes. So we need to keep our eye on Next Step Funded. As I say, I'm not 100% sure it's them, but really, of the list he had there was only the two out. There were really the two ones that stood out to me. And I know that there's people already from Infinity in Next Step Funded. So I really do want to hear from you guys from Next Step Funded. They're in Next Step Funded. Love to hear your stories. Love to know more about it so I could do a bit more research. So okay. Thank you so much to someone who just sent this in. This was the missing puzzle piece for me because I knew I wasn't catching something. There was something getting by me and I couldn't figure out what, and it was driving me nuts. Well, here's the icing on the cake. To get your refund and all, you have to re-sign the agreement. Only the agreement has now been updated. Right. These people would have signed under the 45 or the 60-day guarantee. Jono doesn't want that. He wants you trapped in there for 7 months. So, in order to get your refund and all that, guess what you have to sign? Yep, you have to sign under the same terms as everybody else did for the 7 months. And you're under the same terms and conditions that I can see that they haven't changed at all. That you've got to be going for 7 months. You have to be trading. You have to be using the bot and spending this money, and until such that 7 months is up, and then you can claim the refund. So this is just this is what it's all about. So now that we know that RFP no longer has a broker, therefore it can no longer function as a prop firm. No wonder things are going sideways in there. No wonder why people are totally stalled. They're not making payouts, and people are getting glitches in their challenges and everything. Everything's just going belly up in there. So they cannot do business because they have no broker. So they got to switch people over to Next Step, and to have everybody sign that 7-month refund deal. That is what this is all about. As I said before, please like and subscribe. I will be back on tomorrow with more interesting stuff that has just come to light as well. Please buy me a cup of coffee and please leave any of your comments and tell me anything you want. As well, if you want to, give me a holler on Telegram. First of all, if you know anything about Next Step Funded, and if you are interested in getting a group together of people that are going through Infinity and what's happening there, and so you can all talk together, I would love to be able to facilitate that for you. So you have a great evening or a great day wherever you are. Bye-bye.